This, should I? Yeah, jacket. Should bring a jacket, right? Suit. Well, yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna bring that. A dress. My daughter's gonna need her dresses because it's hot, right? Right. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna call my friend. He'll know. Hey, what's going on?
What's up, man?
Hey, I am trying to figure out what I should pack. I mean, it's hot in Costa Rica. I shouldn't bring my winter clothes, right? I don't need to bring like this extra junk. I mean, it's too much stuff. It's gonna cost me a fortune to bring all this stuff, right? Man, stop worrying about packing, man. You don't need to go anywhere. I just saw there was some bad stuff that happened in Japan. And, you know, things are bad around the world. You should stay in the neighborhood like me. You know that I'm moving to Costa Rica, right? Like I said, you should just wait around till everything is perfect. And then you can think about leaving. So, let me get this straight. You think I should wait until the world is perfect before I ever move, right? Exactly. Okay. So no matter how much you prepare, you're going to go through the emotional roller coaster after you have made the decision to move to Costa Rica. Normally, the first thing that you're going to experience is excitement. You're like, okay, I finally know what I want to do. I'm going to make Costa Rica. I've done the research. I've got my why. I've got my budget. Hey, I'm excited. Let's do this. And so you're going to be on like a natural high for a time. But as a word of caution, this is the time that you actually need to make sure that you have a plan in place. Because that excitement feeling will go and come, and when it goes away, you want to make sure that your purpose and your vision for Costa Rica doesn't go with it. Tip number one, you want to be sure that you have a working plan that marches you towards Costa Rica at a certain date. And in this plan, you're going to actually have at the top your reason why you want to move to Costa Rica. Not just the reason why you want to leave the United States, but your true reason why you want to move to Costa Rica. Because when things get frustrated or the excitement goes away, you want something that's actually going to keep you motivated and keep you focused on why you're doing what you're doing. Secondly, you also want to have a budget. And the budget is going to say, hey, everything is going to be okay. Because you're going to get nervous and, say, oh, am I doing the right thing? Do I have enough money? Maybe I need extra. But you're going to do the research that you need to actually have a nice budget that allows you to not only just get to Costa Rica, but to explore Costa Rica. And with your budget, that means that the more information that you find out, you're going to make adjustments. You're going to be making adjustments before you get here and after you get here. The next feeling that generally comes along is stress. To be honest, change in itself can be stressful because you're doing something new and you're always discovering something that you have to adjust for. So even when it's just moving, you're like, I didn't know I had this much stuff. I need to adjust my plans. Can honestly still be stressful. And here is the word of caution for many of you. When you're stressed, don't give up. What many people do is start pushing the date back to I'll go someday, I'll go in 2 years. They begin pushing back the dates until the dream just disappears. So tip number 2, go back to your why. This is going to be the thing that kind of holds you together when things actually get frustrating. No matter if it's before you arrive to Costa Rica or after, you want to go back to the why that you're here, why that you want to come here. The next feeling that we're going to talk about is peace. Peace honestly comes and goes. And so you're probably feeling peace once you made up your mind like, hey, I'm going to tell my boss where to stick these extra hours, and you're going to leave because you figured out another way to live without getting income from that particular source. The tip for peace is write down the times that you feel peace. Are there any triggers? Is there anything going on in your mind that actually is bringing on that peace? Because those are the things that you're going to go back to. So if the thought of, okay, I'm going to remove myself from this stressful situation and put myself in this other situation that's actually better for me, and all I need to do is get from point A to point B, if that thought brings you peace, then you want to actually continue to fix your mind and rely on that. Moving in peace is a lot better than moving in stress and anxiety. Fear is another emotion that actually comes up a lot. And no matter how sure you are, the fear comes in. And honestly, with me, it came up honestly, more than I want to admit to. And I kept having irrational fears such as, I can never go back to the United States. I can never move back. Once I sold my house, that's it, I'm done. And so those things weren't actually realistic. And at the time, a good friend gave me advice that was, yes, you can always go back. There's no shame of going back. And if I ever decide to go back, then I did give my dream a chance to actually go and thrive. The other part of the fear is the what-ifs. What-ifs are actually a very ugly monster because they make you try to prepare for everything that can possibly happen. And 99% of the time, none of it happens. And so you end up worrying yourself or thinking yourself out of your dream because you're worried about what if. Tips to battling fear. The first thing that I do is pray. I take those thoughts captive and give them to God. The next thing that I found helpful is writing out those fears and sometimes saying them out loud. Once you begin to say them out loud, you'll see that they're just completely unrealistic. After writing this list down and you do have fears or concerns that are actually valid, come up with solutions. And when I mean solutions, I don't mean just putting a blanket post out there on Facebook. Yeah, if you're talking to the right people, you can get a good answer. But if you put it out there and all you get is negative people, again, there are negative people all over the world that are just presenting more problems. That is not what you're looking for. You are looking for solutions to address your problems, not excuses or reasons not to come to Costa Rica. After you get closer to moving to Costa Rica, generally anxiety and doubt come in. You start asking yourself questions like, is this the right time? Did I make the right choice? This too is normal, but you can't let fear lead your life. So this is a big tip all in itself. So if you got your why, your budget, and your finances in order, you're ready to take imperfect action, and you're willing to adjust along the way, then you're ready to go. And if you need a little bit more, check out these videos that I'm leaving in the cards for you. They'll actually help to make sure that you kind of got all that stuff in place. Doing this and making a plan actually helps reduce your stress and anxiety of moving to Costa Rica. Because you're using a plan, it always keeps you moving forward. So what are you gonna do next? Take the time to find a good community, whether that be local or online, that actually encourages you to move forward. You don't wanna have to do this all alone. If you wanna know more about moving and living in Costa Rica, check out these two videos. They'll begin to help you get you on your way. All right, see you on the other side.